Hi there. Alright, let's get out of this place. Slightly depressing to see the village in such a bad state, really. But with the information we got, we're gonna head to that new place. There's one item in this area that I have not yet got. Can get the horse. For the monster list, there are a few. You know what? I'm going to fill this list. It's gonna be fairly easy now, having leveled up. And the item in question is this one. It's a perfectionist pearl, which means got them all. Stark Raven. You know, this is weird. I think the game used to translate the enemy names, right? Didn't it? Like slime or the needlers? And also another interesting thing is enemies that are lower level than you, they see you, they just run away. And you can also run them over with your horse. You feel like that's kind of funny. Come here. Ducky. You gotta get one shot and you only get gold from them, but no experience. That's not that you would get so much experience to actually level much with them, but that is how the is this here? How the challenge limits your XP gains to prevent overleveling. Oh, that's quite a lot. Also something that happens, the game at first doesn't give you that many enemies to fight, but later on, as you can see, quite a few. And quite the mix of different kinds. And I guess this is also a good time to kind of explain how enemy groups work. As you can see here, since I have the boomerang with Kamyu, you can just attack, you know, it goes in line and then it has the damage fall off. But for example, these three bunnies, they count as a group. So if I had a group spell, which I don't have at the moment, the spell will tell you whether it attacks only one enemy, a group of enemies, or all enemies. A spell that would attack a group of enemies would attack all three of these, but the other two enemies that were of a different kind would not be affected by that spell. Unless it says attacks all enemies. It's not, you know, it's not that much complexity to the combat, but it definitely makes you pick things depending on the situation. And this comes... What? Ha. That's weird. That shouldn't happen. It is 2 rare chests. Unlucky enough, it wasn't the... Had we gotten the rare item from these bunnies, actually something that I will have to later grind for, because the item from these guys here, let's see if I can, is Usagi no Shippo, which is an accessory that increases drop chances of items by, I think, straight up, I think it's a percent, 1% straight up. And you can wear 2 on each character, which I think when high upgrade, I'm not sure if the upgrade also matters. It might not matter. It's an 8% increase in drop chance, coming from, I believe, a 1 in 256 chance. So that 8% is huge. Generally speaking, you don't get these rare chests often. I was actually hoping that I would get one of these because they are quite hard to farm. And there's a specific method to that. As you can see, they count as a group. And this is obviously where the boomerang can shine pretty nicely. And they actually flee, huh? Again, it happens because I'm higher level. I'm really curious why this. I saw actually there was one mod that changes the drop chance, but I don't have it. I specifically didn't want to get something that makes the game easier. I've already noticed higher drop chances at the start of the game, but maybe it's really just weird RNG. Yeah, I guess it's normal. Weird. These hammer guys? I think I killed one hammer guy already. Don't need to do that. See what we're missing. Oh, we have got all of them. I do wish you could actually scroll through the items of these, but there's no input. It tells you where the enemies are, 2 items they drop, how much experience, and that's something I really like. I generally like games having both a monster book and an enemy book, so you can really just check them up, check where they spawn, what they drop, etc. This is a nice example for where you would now use an all hit spell, or for the group a group spell. I really want to have the bunny tail. Oh well, no luck. It means I can go now back to the other area. But I'll be coming back here once I have... Let's see, who do I need for this? Oh yeah, I know. And once I have that, I can come back there's a way to get guaranteed rare drops, pretty much. And once you've started the process, once you just get 1 or 2, you already have a plus 2% chance to get more, which, if you look at the amount of enemies that you can get, like you can get 5 per encounter, with 2% chance. It adds up. It might take like maybe 10 fights, but then you get 1 more, and then you have another percent, and so on. Okay, so this is where we have to go next. As per description, there is a 3-sided rock. And doesn't this look like the place that we were picked up as a baby? I think it's quite similar at least. And this must be the rock.
手紙か。一つはかなりボロボロだな。
あなたがこの手紙を読めるようになった頃、私はもうこの世にはいないでしょう。あなたが生まれてすぐ、故郷のユグノアの地が魔物に襲われました。私はあなたを逃がすので精一杯でした。いいですか。心ある人に拾われ立派に成長したら、ユグノアの新興国であるデルカダールの王を頼るのです。あなたは誇り高きユグノアの王子。そして忘れてはならないのが、大きな使命を背負った勇者でもあります。勇者とは大いなる闇を打ち払う者のこと。いずれこの言葉が何を意味するのか分かる時が来るでしょう。一緒にいてあげられなくてごめんなさい。無力な母を許して。
どうやらお前の母親の手紙のようだな。そっちの手紙はどうだ？
親愛なる孫へ、未来から来たお前に出会った後、わしは約束通りお前の道しるべとなるものをここに埋めておいた。母親の手紙はもう読んだかの。あの手紙はお前が流されてきた時、一緒に入っていたものじゃ。わしはあの手紙に従い、お前をデルカダール王国に向かわせたが、辛い思いをさせたようじゃの。なぜユグノアの地が魔物に襲われ、勇者が悪魔の子と呼ばれているのか、わしには見当もつかんかった。なれば真実は自分の目で確かめるしかない。東にある旅立ちの祠の扉を開ける魔法の石をお前に授けよう。それを使って世界を巡り、真実を求めるのじゃ。お前が悪魔の子と呼ばれ、追われる勇者となった全ての真実を。いいかい？人を恨んじゃいけないよ。わしはお前のじいじで幸せじゃった。
魔法の石。
旅立ちの祠の扉を開く魔法の石か。まあこれも乗りかかった船だ。俺もお前の旅に付き合ってやるぜ。お前のじいさんが言ってた旅立ちの祠はここから東にあるんだったな。それじゃさっさとそこに行こうぜ。と言いたいところだが、その前に俺の目的も果たさせてくれ。レッドオーブが移されたのはこの道の先にあるデルカダール神殿だ。
よろしく。Well, What a nice revelation. We got a letter from Mother telling you that you are Prince of Noah. Noah. What was the name in English again? I forgot. Okay, new area. New monsters. I kind of wish that game told you the exact level of the enemies. I also wish there was a horse spell here, but I guess I just go back to my horse. And obviously the big question now for the character and also kind of for the player is how... Where's my horse? Oh, it's gone. Sad. So the question is, how come that despite us being the Yusha, and as Mother said, we are there to, you know, bring light to the darkness and all that, how come we are being called Akuma no Ko, so the devil's child, by the king and by so many people, that there's so much hate and disdain for us? And why was the castle attacked, right? There must be some kind of connection between you being the hero and monsters attacking and things going unwell. So maybe it's kind of like it's both a blessing but also a curse, or something like that. You know, whenever there is a hero appearing, at the same time it means that there's also going to be a Mao, so some kind of evil entity appearing as well, and they always come hand in hand. So whenever people see there is a new Yusha, then they immediately know, oh, the Yusha actually only brings destruction and calamity, because whenever there is a hero, there's monsters. But maybe there only is a hero because there are monsters. So whenever the... I'm just, you know, saying it's the Mao because it's kind of always in these kinds of games. It's always the Mao, the Demon Lord, the Demon King, the big evil guy. So maybe you have reappeared as the reincarnation because the big demon guy is finally back. Or like the forces of evil have awoken and the world needs a new hero. That's kind of how it goes usually, you know? It's a good trope. Not saying that's because it's a cliche or anything, it's bad. Just, you know how it is. It must look nice overall. Like very wide, long, wide, big fields, roaming monsters that look weird. Oh, there's a horse bell and a camp. I'm relatively healthy, so I'll just save here. Also, for safety purposes, saving as often as possible. Don't be too lazy to save, and it really doesn't take that much time. It's good. Now regarding levels, looking at my stats, if I get for the next level 3 points, I could directly go to the Din spell, which would probably make me incredibly powerful for at least the next 10 levels, because it's like I said, it's really strong spell. I can only use it twice per well, for my MP at least, only twice, but that should help greatly. These crabs are pretty strong, so it's not the best idea to fight them. If you want to grind or level up these little calamari guys, because they can also lose turns easily by just kind of drawing in the sand or whatever they are doing. Look at this guy's shoulders. Holy shit. たちゃん珍しい。ベルカダール。切ったのか。Okay, Dekadar Shinden is to the other side. I'm only here to loot your stuff. So avoid the crabs are actually pretty strong. And these guys here, the calamari kids, they can be annoying because they can just defend all the time, but they can also lose turns. Calamari kids. Oh, Jesus. What was that? He just did 27 damage to me with a spell. Oh. Level 9 then. Just imagine not having healing. Oh, wow. I might actually not fight these guys anymore. And as you can see, it's really useful to be in this state. One thing I could try, well, that I can't level up anymore, however. If I go into the next boss fight, pepped up like this. Ooh, perfect, perfect. See, now I have 8, and I can get to this spell now. Perfect. And we are pepped up, so if I go to the boss fight, spoiler alert, there will be a boss fight not too soon, but rather soon-ish. And it's kind of a common thing, if you really want to prepare for a boss fight and want to be able to do it, pepping up is a really good idea. Look at that, my board is glowing. There's another thing. Whenever you get level up, you also get your forge also levels up, and you get more focus points. Did I get a new recipe? Yeah. Oh yeah, I got this one. I already made it. Good. And with the forge leveling up, your skills with it all also level up, so you can get more abilities for forging. So we are pepped up. I should definitely save here. Okay, the next enemy, the next boss is actually probably even harder, and I usually don't do it at this low level. Because usually there's a very specific skill. There's 2 ways I could do this. I have 5 points. I have 1 left, and then need another 8. Which exactly get me to this one, Viper Fang. And I think Viper Fang's poison deals, was it 1/16 of an enemy's HP, which is a lot of damage. Like the poison ticks from this one are really high. Absolutely high. So having this one, really good. That's also why what I would do, because it makes these very early game bosses a lot more bearable and doable. And even for late game, just having this, you can always spec into this for a boss that you anticipate once you can respec. And just get it, get the enemy poisoned. You don't even need to use this. In fact, when you don't have that much attack power, or unspec into this, and you don't really get that much power from the spec and get this one here, which isn't even attack power. But this tick will do so much damage. And obviously, Sleep Dagger is also pretty good. Like, you can also just sleep one, and I don't think they wake up from magic even. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if normal attacks wake them up, but this is also strategically, it's really good, especially if you have more than one enemy, more than one boss. Sleeping them if they can be slapped is good, and most bosses can be poisoned. But since I have this thing, and this thing will be really useful, what I can do is go to my inventory and use these 8 seeds of skill. Now, one thing also to keep in mind, you can look this up. There is actually, let me look it up and tell you what exactly I mean. So Dragon Quest. There's something that tells you how many extra seeds you need to... I don't know what exactly this means. There are people asking how many points to get to the skills needed for each character, whatever the skills needed means. So for example, it says here, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but it's kind of good to know how to allocate these things. So like your hero needs 14 extra seeds. Kamyu only needs 3, and so on. So each character, in order to quote-unquote max them out in whatever way that might be, needs so and so many seeds. I don't actually know exactly if this means to get like the full thing, but it's like max level with every skill point and then some extra seeds to get everything. But I don't know if it means everything or just everything on the way, or if you're like missing out on some stat boosts. So it's probably more, but just to have an idea. But generally I would say if you want to give all your seeds, like generally all the seeds, not just these. In theory, you can give every seed just to your main character, because you will very likely be using your main character all the time. Like max HP, you can probably give it to your main character. Chikara, probably to your main character, because our main character is a physical attacker for the most part. Especially with two-hander, absolutely. Kyosa no Tane. Absolutely. Tsubayasa is a little bit different and kind of depends. I wouldn't, for example, give speed seeds to my main character, because there will be later when you have like buffers and debuffers, and you probably want them to do their turn first before the character goes, or before your main character is mostly a damage dealer, not a buff, not a support. So for this, for example, for speed, I would probably give it to your supports. Then Marioku, for example, the spell power seeds, give them to your caster. Your main character can cast, but it's not really a designated caster. So these, and Shinko, let's see, Haifuku Marioku. So these are the healing ones you can give to your main character, but there's probably also better candidates for it. I don't want to spoil who there is and to what to give them to, but for example, for now, HP you could do. You could do strength, you could do defense, at least HP, strength, defense, and the skill seeds is kind of what you need. How I like to approach the skill seeds is I give them to characters at a certain point in the game when I want to reach a certain skill quicker. And for the very start of the game, absolutely. Giving him the skill points here. Make sure that I give him actually all of them. And not misclick on Eric. Kamyu. Right. And this will probably be all the skills that I give him specifically. And for the others, it depends on the characters. There are some characters that are early in the game, a little bit more hungry for skill seeds. or for skill points in general. Some might be later. We'll see. But you have to have some kind of plan. Like, you could also just evenly give them every character, but maybe you don't know if you use the character all the time. The main character you probably will use, so it's fair to give every seed to the main character, not just skill seeds. But if you want to do it a little bit better, I think give the characters the seeds depending on what role they are playing. For example, with this challenge, giving the main character more HP makes sense, lives longer, but there are also characters in the game that have a lot less HP, that are more prone to dying. And if you kind of want to make up for weaknesses, which I think is a good idea, especially when it comes to defenses, then it might be better to give the defensive seeds, which is defense and HP, to your most squishy party member, which are most likely going to be your supports. So your healer, your magic user. That's how I approach it. There's one character that I will give all these seeds, the defensive ones, and for the strength seeds, there are a few candidates next or the main character side.
Oi, oi, どういうことだこれは。一体誰がこんなことを。ん？
For deafness, which I think, do I have a deafness seed? I think I have a deafness seed. I just have to find out what deafness, which one this is. It's not me, Marioku, obviously. Shinko, Kaifuku, Subayasa is speed. Kyosa ga skoshi dake agaru. Kyosa. I think Kyosa was deafness. Chikara, definitely not. And HP. Deafness is Kamyu. Because it affects stealing rate. It affects also some other things like crit. But he's the only one who steals stuff. So getting more on that stat is always good for him. It's kind of exclusively for him. Then for the others, it's a little bit more varied if you want to. So here I'm going to just avoid every enemy. Because remember, I'm pepped up. First of all, the enemies are actually really strong here. And healing, there's no healing in this area. So you'd have to go all the way out where I came from the camp, to heal up. And I need to be full because this will be a little bit of a spoiler. At the end of this thing, there's a boss. And if you go into this boss unprepared, unhealed, no MP, etc., it's going to be incredibly hard. I think, I'm not even sure if I can beat this thing now without leveling a little bit higher. I've been avoiding most of the leveling so far. Just need to make sure that I don't run into anything. Just pick up the items around here. How much MP do I have? 25, so I can get off 3 demons. That's actually really good. I do think that having that spell is going to make it a lot easier, because Din is really strong. We have a Chikara no Yubiwa. That's good for Eric, that's for sure. Come you. It's 5 more, pretty much 10%. I'm not even going to try to pick this up at the moment. There is a treasure chest, but I think I'll just get this later. I don't want to risk running into anything and losing my pepped up state, because there's one fight that I have to do. And That's this one here. There's this glowing enemy. Now that's not a shiny Pokemon. I wish it was. That is an enemy that will give you a special ability once you kill it. So I hope that I can just kill it fast enough. Okay, that's okay. That's perfect. That's perfect. Getting a crit there. So we keep our. Now you can mount this enemy. See, inside there, sitting there. Hello. And now you can use this jump ability of the enemy, and for one, it opens a Mamori no Tane. Will be a defensive seed, and this will be oh Yasashi Boshi Tsukuri. You're getting some head pieces made. Check it out. Haneboshi, so featherhead. That's +7. Wow. I like that. Wow, look at liking progress here. We are able to finish it just in time. That's probably +1. I think unless you screw it up, if you just get everything into the area that you need to, you always get a +1. So I made one of them. This defense. Oh wow, look at the increase. 8 more defense because it's a +1. Kogeki? Wait. Kogeki Marioku. So it actually gives you magic attack up. Raifuku as well. And Mirioku is your charm. The charm governs mainly for characters the healing. It can. There are some spirits that scale of charm for healing. Obviously, they start to make enemies lose turns, and then some characters, specifically one character in general, has stuff that scales with it. I could make another one. Oh, Kami. It's only +4 though. The rest of the stats he doesn't really need. I think we're fine without the other one. Which means that, am I prepared for the enemy? I guess so. Another chest here. Maho no Seisui. Okay, Maho no. Oh, you get some. That's what the game does exactly. You don't actually get a healing fountain or anything, but you get the Maho no. Wait, no. Did I get this one? No, this one. Maho no Seisui. So you heal 30 MP, which basically the game tells you, okay, you can heal up here, and heal your MP up, and then you can go into the battle. So here we go.
おい、何の話をしてるんだ。そのオーブは俺がいただくぜ。
なんだお前ら。まあいい。ここに来た不運を呪うんだな。覚悟しな。
Alright, 2 enemies. So having the Hypnose dagger ability could have been good. But what I'm gonna do here first is... Look at that, 22 damage. I'm nearly dead just from this. Honestly, would like to just heal up to make sure that I'm actually healthy enough to do this. What I'm gonna try to do here is, well, I'm actually buffed up. Maybe I should just guard for now. I just want to see how much damage I can really do with Din. He actually. Alright, now I'm going to heal Tenkle. Wait, didn't I say I could use 3? Why am I bad at math? Didn't I have 25? I mean, technically, I didn't equip it. Okay, I should have put the magic water into my bag so I could actually use more of this. But that's my bad. It is pretty bad. But he's going to lose his buff, so I need to just make sure that I kill one maybe. Yeah, not how I am. I was even talking about having this magic water, getting it, but I didn't use it. Nice. Come on, die. He has no more healing items. That's bad. He has you. What I need now are crits. Crits, crits, crits. 23 damage. It's insane. AoE. That's a GG. Right. I probably could have done it had I just put the magic water into his bag and just nuked them more with Din. So that's my bad. It's my bad. Also, why did I think that I could use them 3 times? Why did I think I had 25 MP? That's what I'm wondering right now. Maybe I was looking at Camus' stats instead of Tango. Let's see. Oh, where did we save here? Oh, okay, we have a nice autosave here. That's actually... Okay, that's actually pretty convenient. He has 25. Isn't 3 times 8 24? Am I 8 16? I'm just making sure that I'm not completely bad at math here. Why? Did I heal in between maybe? That's odd. But I guess I can learn from my mistakes here. Autosave. Save the guy. So I guess that means I'm going to have to craft again. Okay. It's still going to be a +1. Pretty far away for most of them. Wait, I think I know what happened. Is this the gear? Because you get some extra MP from this one. Oh, that's what happened. Good to know. So I'm not going to equip this thing then, even though it gives me more defense, but I don't get the third spell up. What I have to do now is... I think the play here is to give the healing items to Kamyu. Because Tenko needs to focus on dealing the damage. Same as the magic water. I need to... But I'm gonna give, let's say, 3 to Kamyu, just so he has it. I'm gonna give 2 Tenko. And then from these... do I split? No, I think I'm gonna give both Tenko. I'm not planning on using them. Yeah, they're worth a lot, to me at least. What does Tenko have? He has... He's 31? Does he have... And Kamyu has the 1 for 50 heal. Okay. I wish I had more 50 HP heal, but that's fine. 3 and 3. Give him like 2 more. There's a limit on how many items you can carry on a character, but that's really not an issue at the moment. Now going into this with this amount of healing items, I think it should work, and Kamyu should also be built up. Alright, second try. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. So I think I mean, I could just use the Nenkei right away. But if I do that, then I lose my stats, which will give me a little bit more survivability. However, Kamyu is already blinking, so I think I have to use it now, actually. Otherwise, I'll just lose all the damage. I think the damage is worth more. Because the faster I can take out one of them, the less damage I will receive. Hit like this, that's a lot of damage. But now I can use 3 dins. Do I use another din, or do I think Kamyu needs to heal himself here. I use another din. Because Kamyu should have the next turn, he heals back up. Then the other Griffin attacks, hopefully Kamyu, or at least, hopefully not Tenko twice. If Tenko gets attacked twice, I wipe. So I'm dead here to bad RNG. This is a little bit risky, but I also don't want to waste resources on low heals. Okay, he actually debuffed. That's pretty good for us. Because that debuff doesn't really make that much of a difference. So I have to see... He's missing 40, 39, and this thing heals around 30, sometimes a little bit more. 37, that's a good one. Another debuff, so I'm now... It says turn again. I guess I just heal again. But this time... Tenko, just to make sure he stays alive. It's more important. Okay, one already died. And we're out of MP. If I get 20, then I can do twice again, but I also have to waste turns. I need, let's see, 2 more casts, or one more cast. I do 1 more cast, and the rest I will finish off with normal attacks. I just have to keep Eric alive. This time I think I need to use a 50. And now I either guard. No, I think I just attack. So this guy should have about 30-ish HP left. Can heal once. So 2 to 3 more attacks. Holy dude. A lot of damage. Right. So it was really just a matter of having enough casts. So I made the mistake of equipping the wrong item that lowered my MP just so much I couldn't use the 3rd one. So like I said, if you don't want to grind too much, you can also do this. The other strategy would be to give the seeds to Kamyu or to grind levels. Like you might have to actually grind to level 9 or 10 here, and I'm only level 7. So give the seeds to Kamyu, and then let him learn Viper Fang. And Viper Fang, I think the damage ticks are about 25-ish or so for their HP. So you try to poison both of them, and then you kind of just survive, deal damage when you can, and also hope that you get your pep up to deal a bit more damage. But this is really useful because the spell that you get here on your main, on the protagonist, is just so strong. Level 2 points, so he has 7. He would need 4 more now. Kenko gets a new spell. What does he get? Tarashiwaza. Gira. What does Gira do? Oh, nice.
ち、手こずらせやがって。しかし、なんだって魔物がオーブを狙ってやがるんだ？まあいいか。やっと手に入った。長かったぜ。諦めかけていたレッドオーブが今はこうして俺の手の中にある。俺は確信したぜ。お前と一緒にいればいつか俺の願いは果たされるとな。おっと、願いは何かって質問をなしたぜ。さて、やることも全部終わったし、お前のじいさんが言ってた東にあるっていう旅立ちの祠に向かうか。
Let's go. Check for items in here. Doyara? Nothing in here, but I know there's one chest. Oh, I leveled up with both of them, so now I have full HP again. That's amazing. Just grab that other chest and then get the heck out of here. Although I could probably kill all these mobs for the burst. Was where? These metal birds, these are actually metal enemies. They're not like metal slimes, but they're metal type. And metal type is weak to lightning. Also one reason to get lightning if you want to fight them. They are relatively rare. This is, forgot this item. Oh. Okay. The good thing is I don't have to be too afraid of enemies in general anymore. Because I have the spell, so if there's anything... Okay, we got Gira. So Gira is one group. Okay, so it's a fire spell against one group. So technically, I said technically, now we have Gira. Let's see how much damage it deals. 13 and 17, so you have an average of, 15 average maybe. Wow. Okay, I have to be really careful actually. If I die, then I... Oh! I hit the wrong one. Oh my... No. Oh wow. That's unlucky. I wonder if it auto-saved after defeating the enemy, defeating a boss. If not, then we just then I just completely threw. Yeah, I think I've thrown here. Wow. I'm used to having the main character in the first spot, so I just kind of autopiloted that. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's so unlucky. Guess I gotta do the boss again, huh? This item wasn't even worth it. Oh god, now I'm in hell again. Smoke touch. This is why I should have not tried out the fire spell. Because now... Let's try Dean on this one. They probably get a one-shot. Yeah. Unlucky rubber ducky. 60 experience though. For this. All I have to do is do the same thing again that I just did. And not get unlucky crit or unlucky double attacked. The RNG for that fight was actually really good, if I think back to it. Okay. First... heal up like this. Take these out. I have to use one of them. That's fine. That's what they're there for after all. This Tenko. Give. Fujikami. Tenko. Alright. Let's pray for RNG. Taku. Okay. 20. This will run out. Technically, this one has taken more damage before. This took 40, so I probably should attack this one. Just double attack. Oh wow, I could have died here. Unlucky RNG, that's fine. We have to heal up. That was a low heal. What the? Do this again. This feels like they're skipping turns. My turns. I should get double turns now. Theoretically. Guess not. Yep. And I again did the same thing. Oh wow. Didn't mean to. I have to hope he debuffs me. That's the only way for me to do that. I guess I can survive one hit now. Oh god. He skipped. That's so unlucky. Well, I guess this is making this a lot more interesting. Because it worked so well, and now it doesn't. Technically speaking, the other one should have died with one of the... God, what the... Can I flee this, please? Come on. I might just want to reload this. Come on. I'll waste resources on these enemies. Wait, where am I going? I think it's best to just reset here. Because there were 4 enemies around me, and I'm losing my resources. Probably gonna die here anyway. That's good. Come on, kill me. Really? Okay. Now this is snowballing into something unexpected. Oh well. And this is by far not the hardest boss in the game, or the hardest boss. These are actually trash enemies. They will become, you know, when your bosses become weak enemies later in the game, that's exactly what's going to happen here. But it's more a matter of being really low level and not having the resources. But this time I have everything ready. Just need to put the items in my... I ran into this one. Make sure I get all my stuff. That's unlucky. Just the RNG of him using the AoE is pretty bad. Already puts me at a pretty big disadvantage. If I don't attack here, I'll never get like the damage that I need. Even if they kill me now, which is very much possible. Yeah, I need to attack again. I'm gonna good for us. And Kamyu still has his... And what I need to do now is actually heal Kamyu. Do you have the... Where's the 50 heal? Kamyu has it. Okay. So I need to use the real decoy on one of them. I hope it kills. If it doesn't kill... I'm going to use the 50 heal. I don't have to. close though.
Yossa!
Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to get the heck out of here and save. Wonder. Wait, where does this... This has... Didn't this just say Derkadar? Didn't this get me to the last camp? Okay, perfect. We here? Can save? Okay. I have to get back one more time to get this one chest, just for completion's sake. Okay, I'm gonna make a cut here because it's stressful. So, yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye.